Hiya guys, welcome to the video. It is day, I think it could be day 9 of the Junk Journal July Challenge, hosted by Meg from Meg Journals and in collaboration with Get Messy Art. So if you do fancy joining in the challenge, I know a few people have said that they're a bit interested, just pop over to Meg Journals on YouTube and the full information is there with the prompt list. So, I still meant to put some flowers around the edges, and yesterday I did draw some little flowers. Well, I tried to draw some little flowers, and I'm just going to put some around the edges of this frame just to bring a bit of colour to it. I stuck a little bird sticker there, but I'm not keen on that, and I'm just going to see. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of stickers, and as soon as I stuck it down, I thought, no. I don't like it. So I'm just going to pull that back off. I bought some stickers. I bought some in the range and I bought some on Temu or Shein. Can't remember which, but no, I'm not a big fan of stickers. I don't know why. I have no idea, but I tried to do one of these, which I don't know what you call these flowers. I'm thinking that they're a cornflower, but I might be wrong. I don't know. And then I drawn these flowers, and I think these ones look better. Yeah, I might stick some of them down there. But hope you're all alright. And we're going to do scraps today, so I'll leave these until I've done the scraps. So I'm thinking to work on the plain one again. Yeah, let's live it up a little bit. Lost my scissors. I've lost the scissors already. So it's all about scraps, using your scraps up. And this is an envelope off a birthday card that my daughter sent to me. So I'm just going to use the pink for the background. I don't really need, do I need a background? Because it's all about scraps. Yeah, I'll put the background down. We might cover it up completely, but it doesn't matter anyway. Just in case you can see bits peeping through the scraps. I love to keep little bits from either, birthdays or anything really. Some things that come through the door, as in like magazines, stuff like that. I keep all kinds of bits and pieces. My husband thinks I'm a nutter. And he could be right, I prefer a torn edge. I'm just looking for a ruler. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know why, but I don't really like a dead straight edge. I know that I keep losing focus on this thing, and I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. But every time I edit the video, I'm thinking, I'm not in proper shot again. We'll get the hang of this. It's just really awkward from an above angle. So. What are you all up to this lovely Friday? It's Friday today when I'm doing this. So I'm going to do this. I will walk the dog. And then after that, I've got to nip into town for some bits. I've got another video to do, which is, well, I've not decided which one yet. I've got a few in my mind. I've had some in my mind that I've just never got round to be honest. And as much as I'd like to, I've just not had the time. to think why I don't like a straight edge, and there's nothing coming to me. I just don't know why. See, it's not ripping very nicely though. That'll do. So we'll stick this down as the bottom. Yeah, so I was saying, I got sidetracked there. I'm going into town and I want to get some of the Maybelline foundation that is it a colour match or something like that? Because the foundation I was using from Avon, the serum one, I've just run out, and I thought I'd try this Maybelline one that everyone's talking about to see if it's as good as what I've heard. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try and keep this as... These are all my scrappies. I've got loads of little scraps of like little bits I've cut off, different bits. So I'm going to try and use some book pages. And I'm not even going to think about this. I'm just going to stick it down because I'm going to cover it up with something else. But we're using scraps, so that's what I'm doing. I had to see what the dog was doing then because it had gone very quiet. And that usually means he's either ripping something to shreds or, yeah, he's up to something. When it's gone quiet, you know there's a problem. That is Harvey. He's just a naughty boy. In a nice way. He's bored because Katie's still on a little trip to Rotterdam or wherever she's gone. She's back. She's on her way back now, so she'll be back at dinner time. But before she gets back, I'll be taking him for a walk very soon. Alex is still in bed. He's enjoying the fact that he doesn't have to go to school every morning right now. Like I said, I don't really have a plan with this. I'm just using up all my scraps to make a bit of collage and enjoying myself while I'm doing it. I do like this though. I don't want to cover this up though, so I best put this on near the end. And I want to keep it as in like just neutral kind of colours. Next door's dog's in the garden now. If you hear a really deep bark, it's the dog next door. And I always thought it was a boy dog, but it's a girl. She's just got the deepest bark in the world. She's very pretty. She's a Doberman. And yeah, she's a little beaut. Not as cute as my little Harv though. He would go mad if he heard me telling you that she was cute. I wanted a bit of colour. I didn't want it to be just neutrals. You'll find that I always have a cup of tea to hand somewhere or other. Especially on a Friday, you know. Don't have your day off without a cup of tea. Andrew said the stupidest thing the other day. He went, "You do know that your Yorkshire tea is not made in England, don't you?" I went, "Well, I did think it might not be. You know, seeing as tea's not usually grown in England." He went, "Oh, I thought you'd have been surprised by that." I went, "Not really, no. I'm sure he thinks I'm a Dumbo." Bit of an airhead. Not as daft as I look, not all the time. Starting to overthink a little bit here. So I've got a little idea for this of, well, you'll see in a minute. I didn't know whether to speed this up because I didn't want you thinking, oh, this is a bit boring. He's dead lazy, Harvey. He gets up about, well, not long since. And then, no, he can go back as soon as he's had a little walk. He's back asleep. Is that all dogs? Do they just sleep all day long? He's trying to get outside. He knows that next door's outside. Wait a minute. Oops, I'm getting all sticky now. I've stuck some paper down. I'm just going to cover them all. Harvey, 1 second. It's very impatient. He's either scratching the back door or scratching the tree cupboard. I knew I should have took him out before I started this, because he will become a pest. Yeah, I'm going to stick my little... Yeah, I'll stick that one there. I like that one. I was going to try and fit a yoga video in as well today, but I just haven't got the time. Got too many hobbies and interests. I really have. Oopsies. Wanted some more pink bits, and then I might just leave it at that. I do like a bit of pink. I had a little bit more pink somewhere. Maybe I'll never. I feel like I need more pink in this corner. But I thought I had another pink bit from this magazine. Maybe I never. So I might just leave it like that because I don't want to like overdo it and then it's just... If I find another bit of pink, I'll have it though. No, don't think I've got any more. I'll find it as soon as I've moved. He's gone back to sleep on the chair behind me now. When nobody gives him their attention, he just decides to just give up and go back to sleep. That's his usual thing to do. I keep saying I'm going to leave it at that, and then I find another bit that just needs to go somewhere. But that is what it's going to be now. That's my scraps. And I had a thought earlier on, if I can find it, I had some napkins that were pink with little hearts on. I've used them for other something or other. Where did I put them? So, I'm thinking I'm going to should I just stick a whole sheet across or a little bit off? Napkins are good to add to little projects. Sometimes they can give a bit of texture. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work. But should I stick that across the whole thing, do you think? Or should I put bits? We're already sticking. Best put the hearts the right way around. Is that just one layer? Yeah, just to tuck the others off. Yeah, I'm going to stick it down as one layer. It might not look nice, this. I'm starting to think, should I do this or should I not? Because then you're just going to see not as much colour. I have no idea. Or should I do maybe like half? Should we stick it down and risk it? But you're not going to see the nice colours then. I don't know now. Because I quite like the pinks and the colours. I'm going to do it just because it's an experiment and you'll still see some of the stuff through it. This could be the disaster page that needs to be completely covered up. That's what I'm thinking now. And I quite like my collage, so I'm thinking, I hope I haven't completely botched this up now. But, well, that's what happens, isn't it? Try different things. Some of them work, some of them do not. It's a bit of fun, if nothing else. Let me just get something to put underneath this. Oh, we'll have all the pages stuck together. That's drying already. Need a bit more glue on this. Better be quick. Might be because it's quite warm today. I'm sure I'll have a couple of pages stuck together when I've done this. This glue's drying incredibly fast. Right, okay, so I'm going to stick this down and hope my page doesn't look a shambles once I've done it. I don't mind a couple of creases because it adds to the effect. Oh, ripped it a little bit there. Never mind. So that's the napkin on the top. I'm going for the shabby chic look here. Just going to tear the ends off. I'll just trim them off when it's dry because, well, I don't know if that was a disaster or not. But, you know, this is what the plan was in my mind, so I was thinking I'm going to try it. I have to let this dry now before I stick anything else on the top of it because I did find as well some pull-outs from an old calendar that I thought would look nice as a little bit of a focal point on top of this. So my fingers are sticking to this and all kinds. There we go. So that is the page at the minute. It's not looking great. But hopefully we can do something about this. Just trim these edges. As much as I don't like a straight edge, I don't want all that stuff hanging off either. That needs to dry because it's very sticky to touch. So hope you can see. There you go. You can see the collage underneath the tissue paper, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. So this is now dried. It doesn't look too bad. You can still see everything through this piece of tissue paper. So my thoughts now are to put a bit of stamping on this to see how it goes. And I bought these from Vinted. They're like quite a detailed floral stamp because I like that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to see what these look like before I put it on the actual page. I'm just going to have a little go of this because I've not used this kind of stamp before. And I'm not going to put it on a block or anything. I'm just going to try it as I would normally with the other ones. So I'm thinking if I use this bit over here, I know you can't see what I'm doing now, but I'm just going to try it on a scrap bit of paper first, just to see what it looks like. It's not fantastic, but it will add a bit of detail in the background. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just hoping it doesn't smudge because it didn't feel like the clearest of stamps then. It's alright, it's not fab. But it does add a bit of detail in the background. I don't want too much because that's generally what I do. There we go, that'll do. Let me just wash my hands. So I'll just give that a couple of minutes to dry. In fact, I might hair dryer it dry because then I can just stick stuff on top of it. I'm quite impatient. Just going to hair dryer this. I haven't got the time to wait around for that. So that's my background, and I was playing, I did have something on here, but now I've blown it away with the hairdryer. I have got these, which I cut out from a, planner called the Happy Planner. It's got lots of different flower pictures in. There's some of the dividers between the months. So I've cut one of the little quotes out from them. Just going to stick it onto some pink background. So then we're still keeping in with the pink theme. These are cardboard. These are dividers from the Happy Planner. I bought the Happy Planner and I hardly filled it in, which was a bit of a shame. Should have really filled it in. So I'm going to stick this onto the page in the middle somewhere. Got a bit of a vintage theme going here. Stick that there. And then off these sheets as well, these are really thick, and like you can see there, it's got the month. So these divided up each month, and they have like grids to write in. So I did like the Happy Planner, but I just didn't use mine enough. So I've cut some little flowers out from them, and I'm just going to frame this with that. I've just been out with the dog while I was letting that napkin dry. And he sits down when he doesn't want to go the way that you're taking him. He'll sit down at the end of the road and just kind of wait for you to go the way he wants to go. And I'm like, no. We're going the way that I'm telling you. He gets his own way in the end. So I ended up walking further than I was going to because he kept telling me what I was going to do. Which is typical man. So this is the prompt for, what was it? Scraps. I've hid all my scraps. You can't even see them anymore. That's the thing with journaling. You put a lot of stuff down and then half the time you cover it up. But I've got to say, I kind of like it. It's got a bit of a vintage vibe and a bit of colour, which is what I like. So that is my take on scraps. I'm trying to bring you closer because sometimes I know the camera angle's not amazing. But I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you've not subscribed, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel to see more crafty videos and other videos as well. But thanks so much for watching. Bye!